historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won, and one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Bell. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, New Orleans. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This fielded at the 2. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Savage from the shotgun snap. Got a man, Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
That's how you get right up onto the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now inside the red zone, Savage. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Savage, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed, what you were looking for.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. B.J. Hill, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run it with Bell. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Third and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Savage. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Savage. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Love. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Savage to the end zone, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Open man, Higby, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Goes underneath for Bell. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
That's it, baby.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they give this time to the tailback. Shrugs him off. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
That's complete to Slayton. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more? I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along. Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. Well, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Savage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dixon, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield caught here by Bell. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He's coming. Check in. Rip left.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Oh, he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Higbee. 82 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley.
We play to win. Let's go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Savage. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Savage. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker with the extra point.
That drive that really increased their cushion, Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mayfield. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Savage from the shotgun snap. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Devin Bush with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Mayfield to throw it, and that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They run. It's Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Mayfield now from the 50. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
First down, Mayfield. This is Gabriel out on the left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Gurley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, the Packers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Mayfield on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield now. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield, that's complete. It's Bell. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On third down, Mayfield. It's brought in by Doxson. And that one results in 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
They got into the end zone. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, tight.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Savage. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now it's Savage. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Savage down to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the streak.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one.